Mr President, I thank the Honourable Emma Hurst for bringing this important, albeit difficult topic to the attention of the House and rise on behalf of the opposition to support the motion. Abuse in all its forms is abhorrent. The objectification of other living beings for one's own sexual gratification is the polar opposite of the respectful, consensual relationships we all wish to be the norm in our community. And to state the obvious, animals are unable to express their consent. I am pleased that New South Wales is a leader in our Commonwealth, being the only state to ensure that once convicted of bestiality, a person is never allowed to access animals again, and one of the few states to ban the production, possession, distribution of bestiality material. This last ban is of particular importance. We live in a very visual age where our children and young adults learn more about human relationships from the phones in their hand and the computer in their bedroom than from observing those around them. And we must ensure that those euphemistic birds and bees, as well as what they represent, are always observed being treated with respect and engaging in equal and consensual relationships. The motion and the research recognises that animal porn, child abuse porn, other violent porn do not exist in silos, and exposure to one often creates an appetite for all. And satiating this appetite is not benign. The longitudinal study of Australian children found that the more often young men consume pornography, the more likely they are to enact sexual behaviour that the other person does not want. Consent matters, respect matters, and this is true for all sentient beings, which is why this existing New South Wales ban on the creation and distribution of animal porn matters and should be extended throughout every state and territory in the Commonwealth. I am concerned, however, that there is insufficient recognition of the real harm caused by this material for this to be achieved. We know from a survey conducted by the Institute of Family Studies that 44% of our children between the ages of 9 to 16 have been exposed to sexual images. We know that pornography is a major driver of gender-based violence, yet recently we've seen our federal government effectively reject a report of a standing committee of the House of Representatives, supported by a roadmap developed by the Safety Commissioner and almost every stakeholder, all calling for age verification measures to be introduced to prevent minors accessing online porn and having their views about consensual relationships shaped and warped as a result. Of course, all the other states and federal government should act to meet the standards which New South Wales has set to protect animals from abuse. Forgive me for not being confident that the obviously necessary will actually happen.
Thank you.